Today we're exploring what is considered to be the first multifunctional park to open here in Guyana. It's called the Guyana-China Friendship Jovera Park. If you've spent time in Guyana and you're of a certain age, then you probably remember that this park was used very much differently in the past. Some of you might have memories of coming here for Easter as a child or as an adult and bringing your family here. I personally have a memory of attending a Capleton concert here back when I was a teenager. The most important thing to know about this space is the space is made to reflect the ongoing relationship and the continued relationship between Guyana and China. And as you move around the park, you will notice elements of that bond and of that relationship. Another thing to know about this space is this is definitely a huge win for all Guyanese people, because now we are able to see what could be happening in our society. And when I say this, I mean what our society could look like, right? When we take the steps to make sure that the environment and the things around us look better and perform better, and they really serve a purpose to all of the citizens. It's also a massive win for anyone who's living on the west side of the Demerara River, because now we have a curated space to exist outside of the space that we usually have, and most of us might agree that most of those spaces can't even begin to compare with this one. My favorite parts of the park are definitely the northwest portions, the portions closer to that main public road, because that area of the park incorporates itself into the nature that was already there in the park to begin with. It feels like the park went through the trees, while other portions of the park closer to the river feel like things were removed to make space for other things. I'm not saying that anything is wrong with that, but I am saying this because I have other parks to compare this one to. And one of those parks is the Central Park in New York City. And if you know anything about that park, you know that that park was designed to try and help keep that naturist feeling in the city. And anything that goes through that park is incorporated into the nature that is already existing in that park. When you walk through this park as an adult, you can't help but to think to yourself that the youth of today are lucky to have a space where they can exist in their own youth and not have to play in the streets like some of us did growing up. People on the west side of the Demerara can now grab their friends, family, significant other, and say, hey, let's go for a walk. And there's a space that's dedicated to that, just for them to go have a nice walk, spend time with their loved ones, spend time with their friends, relax, and maybe even play some sports at one of the many facilities that are provided there. Now I want to start wrapping up the video and say to all Guyanese people, let's keep the space clean. Let's take this park that we've been given and make the best out of it. Let's use this as a blueprint to inspire other people and to inspire the country as a whole of what's really possible when we decide to put things out there for the citizens. And now that we have a park, we need to maintain it. Just like anything else we get in the future, it's one thing to get it, but it's a whole different thing to keep it going. If you like this style of video, definitely feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel where I post vlogs about my life and my time here in Guyana. Like I always say, my name is Londell Street. I'm a photographer and videographer living here in Guyana. And if you or someone you know could use my services, feel free to reach out. Maybe we could make some magic. Thanks for watching.